Bro, when I was a kid, I didn't really understand politics enough to know whether I understood them or not, if that makes sense. You know, as a young person, you hear about this topic and it seems so foreign. It almost feels like just another just another field that you don't have to pay attention to, like, I don't know, biology. A lot of adults don't wake up and uh, check the news for the new developments in biology or advancements in psychiatry treatments and stuff like that. So that was my view of politics as a kid. But as I've reached 30 plus, I'm 32. I care so much about it now because it envelops every aspect of our life. Like when you see potholes in the street, it's not just like, oh, there's potholes that have been sitting there for years and that's just what it is. No, there are mayors and uh, governors and senators and House representatives of each state that need to pass bills to fix those potholes. That's a small example, but it goes so much higher than that. You know what I'm saying? It expands. It expands from just potholes in your street to um, how it approaches your healthcare. Your prescription costs are directly linked to the representative of your state in the House, your senator. They have to try and get the votes from their party and work diligently on lowering the cost of prescription drugs. And my point is, you don't, when you're young, there are things that you're frustrated about, but you don't know why. But they're political. We've all had political frustrations without even knowing that they were political. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just so when I hear people say I'm not into politics. Yes, you are. You 100% are. You're just nescient to the fact that you are. You don't know what you don't know. You get what I'm trying to explain? Yeah. So as I've gotten older, I've realized that politics is in everything. It's in everything, and you got to pay attention. When I hear folks say that, um, I don't pay attention to that stuff, or I've got my beliefs, you have yours. Let's keep it at that. No, we need to have conversation because certain if we're not going to sit and discuss how to repair problems in the world, there's going to be no pressure on our representatives to fix them. That's just what it is. That is the process. It is the process of building up our society or letting it be torn down. You know, if you don't stay up on these things, apply pressure to the people in power who are elected, democracy falls apart. What we can end up, we could right now, we could end up looking like Russia, just like that. It takes work to keep democracy alive. Now, I believe you should be voting. Everyone. Everyone needs to vote this November. It matters. Do not let them tell you that voting doesn't matter. Whether you vote by mail, personally, I would get your ass down to the actual polling site and vote, because the attack on, I know judges have blocked Trump's attempt to control USPS. There's a lot of attempts to manipulate the elections that have been blocked, injunctions placed on. But I would get my ass down to the polls and vote, because the things that matter to us, our vote, and our voice, and the pressure we put on these people is what causes change. I'm a little bit of an anarchist. I know Stephen Miller might see this video and put me on a fucking list. Go ahead, you fucking vanilla milk dud. Just gremlin. I don't give a fuck. Knock at my door. I wish you knocked at my door with some bad energy. Blow your shit smooth off your shoulders, motherfucker. But I'm a little bit of an anarchist, so I think you need to put the fear of God in these people as well as your vote. Threats. I'm not saying to commit violence unless it's in self-defense, but we need to vote, and we need to put the fear of God in these people's hearts. Fascism isn't defeated by with little prissy, a prissy approach. Like, oh, please, can you guys please stop doing this? This isn't good for us. No, you motherfuckers need to stop fucking taking taxpayer money. You need to stop sending these fucking bombs over to Israel, or we're gonna burn your fucking house down. You need to stop making these rulings for Trump in the Supreme Court that are devastating to the future and the present, and totally distorting the past. Or you will not have a day of peace for the rest of your disgraced life. That's how I see it. This administration has radicalized me. But bottom line, vote. Understand that politics is everything. It envelops your entire life, and you have to get involved. Because if you don't, you will be on the wrong side of history. Peace.